Okay, well, here we are for part two. Everything's pretty much right where we left it, except we did fix the camera. Yesterday, I had the camera set up so that you couldn't quite see this edge of the table. Today, that appears to be fixed, so hopefully everyone can get a better view. So, yeah, part two. Today, we are going to completely disassemble this key and just give everything a once over with a toothbrush and some simple green, put it back together again. The goal is, not to fix anything, just to restore this to its original luster. Um, we don't want to use any chemicals on it. We don't want to, scrub or polish anything with an abrasive. Just want to get the dirt off of it and put it back together. That way, it will be in good shape for hopefully another lifetime of service. So, let's see. First, let me go ahead and get the blade connector off of here. These are really tight, so I'm just going to break those loose with the pliers. Of course, I don't want to get any tool marks on the screw heads, so I use this little rag to give us a hand with that. Oh yeah, those are on there. I said in part one, I'm not sure if these have ever been removed before. Okay. Yeah, that's in really pretty good shape. I'd give it a grade B overall, just a hint of rust on it. Let's put this cord to the back. We'll come back to that later. Actually, got to completely take that out. Take the stops out. All right. Half of this we had apart yesterday, so it shouldn't be overly difficult. I don't know if that's original or not. Seems to be an extra piece of insulating washer there. Maybe that's the reason that circuit closer wasn't making connection. We'll find out. All right, and I like to kind of keep these right where they came off of, so I'm just gonna thread this back in a couple of threads. Yeah, I've seen different insulators in different models over the years, everything from paper tubes to plastic to something else. I don't quite know the name of it. Another type of plastic, an older type of plastic. Somebody can probably say in the comments what that is, the word I just can't seem to think of there. Again, this key is in really good shape. I am tickled with what little work it took to get this thing working again. Yep, in the home stretch now. Just getting the last couple of parts off of the frame. And we're going to need a bigger screwdriver. Let's see, what do we have handy? I don't actually have the right tool handy, but I've got something. I think I'm going to get these two large head screws. All right. One more turn on that. Okay. That's in good shape. That trunnion screw is brass. I want to say that's been replaced. I never have seen a brass trunnion screw on a Vibroplex before, but then again, there's exceptions to every rule. You know, that's one part that is, pretty easy to wear out after years of use. This key, of course, was made prior to the jeweled movement, so if you can see in there, it's just metal on metal. Ooh, that is tight. There we go. All right. This U damper looks just a little little bent in. I wonder if that was intentional or if this got dropped and took a hit. To go with it probably took a hit because that screw feels a little funny on the tension. It's tight on 180 degrees of the spin and loose on the other 180 degrees of the spin. All right, this key, like I keep saying, it's in really good shape. I'm going to leave the nameplate on. I don't really like to take those pins out if I don't have to. They are reusable. You just would lift these up, take them out, take the nameplate off, finish what you're doing, put the nameplate back on, and tap them back over. But this doesn't need that. It's in really good shape. I'm just going to give it a once over with the toothbrush and put it right back together. These feet, though, these are maybe the worst feet I've ever seen. They are hard. They have absolutely no bite to them whatsoever. They are the only thing on here that I'm going to replace. I'll have to see if I can dig some of those out. I might put something else on there just temporarily if I can't find the correct feet and fix them later with the right ones. All right, so that's all the parts. Let me clean up the work area here. I'm not going to be needing the power screwdriver again. I will not use that to tighten anything back up. Don't need the razor blade. We'll just push the straight keys off to the side, screwdriver off to the side, and let's arrange things kind of in the order that we want to clean them. Oh, there it is. All right. And I'll put down some paper towel so that as I bring each part back, I can set it on the towel and let it dry while I wash the next one. So I'm going to go ahead and systematically just work through these, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the base. That seems like a pretty reasonable place to start to me, and we'll be right back with a clean one. All right, there's the base. Next, we'll go ahead and get all of these parts clean. All right. Things are coming along very nicely. It's amazing what just a little bit of simple green will do. These, let's see. I got that clean enough yesterday when I cleaned the contacts, but I didn't do that connector for the circuit closer, so we'll take that one back. This one, that looks good. We're going to leave that right there. So let's go ahead and do the circuit closer assembly next, and might as well take the stops and the spring adjustment. All right, in the home stretch yet again. Let's see, what do we have left? Let's take these. don't want to bring that little piece of insulator with us. Oops, didn't run and hide. That's amazing. All right, let's go and get these clean. And I'll go ahead and take the other connector, and we'll be right back. Clean, clean, clean. I don't know if this is brass or nickel. I thought it was nickel. I'm sorry, I said brass. I don't know if this is chrome plated or nickel plated. I thought it was nickel, but it kind of has the feel of chrome. So, maybe someone smarter than me can let me know. Let's see. Yeah, those screw threads are a little dirty, so we'll take those, and then I'm just gonna give this a little once over. We cleaned the contact yesterday, but I didn't touch anything else. All right, so we'll be right back. All right, and that is the last of it. Just check the camera, make sure I'm not repeating yesterday's mistakes. The camera frame still looks pretty good. Can you see my fingers on the edge? You can. Perfect. Perfect. Or good enough. We're good with good enough. Funny enough, my fingers got all pruny. I'm sure on the video this will only look like I was cleaning things for a minute, but in reality, I've had my hands in the sink for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so now. Worth every second, but my hands got all pruny, and those last couple of pieces I just kept dropping screws. Luckily, nothing ran and hide. I've got a screen covering the drain of the sink so that nothing can get away from me. All right, well, let's start reassembling. And we'll need those for later. Okay, let's go ahead and put the damper back on first. And just like yesterday, I'm just gonna snug everything down. We don't need this to be amazingly tight. Just want to have all the right parts in the right places. Very cool. Let's go ahead and put this on next. That really cleaned up nicely. It definitely looks and feels like chrome, but I just didn't know they had chrome in 1940. Well, not that they didn't have chrome in 1940, but I didn't know that they had chrome bugs in 1940. I thought I'd only seen the nickel-plated ones. I'm going to have to go back and research that, because every time I come up with one of these questions, I get down a rabbit hole, I go research, and I come out of it knowing a few things I didn't know before. So, like everything else in life, questions are a good thing. Okay, nice and snug. Let's go ahead and put this back on next. So this threads through the base. Until we're happy with the tension. It could go a little more than that. That feels pretty good. And then we get the flat side of this up against the base. Very nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and start getting the contacts back in place. Oops, that one almost ran ahead. That would have been fun. Not my favorite game in the world to play. Okay, we need the insulator. We need the plastic. We also get a piece of plastic on this side and a piece of metal. And I'm not going to snug that too tight, because we need to move these connectors and everything around still. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and grab this contact here. Oof. Oh, I am losing it. Things flying everywhere. This is why I can't have nice things. Okay, so put in that. Got to layer these in the right order, or they don't work. That'll do it. Adam, did you get it right? Yes, you did. Nailed it. I like to figure things out when I've made a mistake earlier than later. Okay, awesome. That one I'm not even going to snug, because again, still need to move everything around. All right, on this side, this should be a cakewalk. And this one we can snug down. And then let's go ahead and get the cap. Very nice. get everything staged here. Okay. Last but not least, put the insulator in. Oops. Again, this is why I can't have nice things, folks. Heavy-handed. That's pretty snug. I'm actually going to have to turn that in just because the cut of the connector is riding in the groove of the screw. And this is not the if it doesn't fit, force it kind of situation. Matter of fact, when it comes to working on these old keys, this one's, what do we say, 85 years old? If it doesn't fit, force it is the opposite of the right way to do it. Absolutely the opposite. Okay, that's on there. So this had what I believe is an extra flat washer on it. And remember when we started on this, the circuit closer wasn't working. I think that extra flat washer is making these two too high. So the solution would be bend this down, which I hate, or let's put that extra flat washer to the side. And how's that gonna feel? Yeah, that's gonna make a good connection. So we'll put that aside. If it doesn't work as planned, well, we can always put it back on. All right, let's get that aligned the way we like it. I think that looks pretty good. And see if we can. Nope, we messed everything up. I was going to say, see if we can snug this down without messing everything up, but I messed it up before we even got the sentence out of my mouth. Okay. How'd we do? I think that's pretty good. You just give that just a little nudge. I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and get that pointed in the right direction and get it snugged the rest of the way down. Nice. And then finally, we can come back to this first one. Nice. Okay. That all feels pretty good. Yeah, this sure did clean up nice. You guys are going to get tired of hearing me say that. This sure did clean up nice. Hopefully that's my catchphrase. If every key was this easy, though, well, it would take just a little bit of the fun out of it. There we go. Oops. So close, yet so far. There we go. Okay. All right. think that'll work. All right, let's adjust this stop first. Oops, I did forget one step. Want these to be just right, not. Oh, see, that's got too much play in it. Oh no, that's actually the lever moving. The actual pendulum. Okay, yeah, that is just right. So yeah, for the trunnions, we want them to be just touching, not tight, not loose. Either way, too tight or too loose will cause them to wear improperly. These are, again, pre-jeweled movement, so we want it to be pretty much dialed in. And now we can adjust the stop. We want to adjust it until it's just barely resting on the damper. So that's just off the damper, and now that's just on the damper. Let's go ahead and snug that down. And then the other stop. Before we get that quite all the way in there, am I happy with this amount of tension? Okay, that's how much tension I like on there. So I start by just touching the assembly there, and then I want to back it off. That seems like too much. We'll try it right there. We might need to do some fine tuning. But fine tuning's the fun part, right? Getting the bug just the way we like it. That's kind of pretty good. That is just a little light. Let me get that just a touch more spring there. Yeah, that's nice. All right, let me pause the video. Let me see what I can find for feet, and then we'll do an audio check. All right, well, the hunt for feet was so-so. I don't have the proper feet, so I'll have to go ahead and order those. I do have some temporary little stick-on feet that I'm going to use until I get the right ones. And these feet are actually pretty good. I do like trying to keep these keys original, so I'll definitely order the right feet and replace them properly. But for today, I think that should get us on the air. Let's put the tools away. Let's put this paper towel away. And let's see about wiping all my grubby prints off of here. Very nice. Okay, let's get some sound. Let's get some oscillation. Let me get the microphone on over there. Okay, that should work. I'm actually not going to put that blade connector back on. Let me steal the wires from my Bunnell S key. And I always like to put the ground wire connected to the base and the connection wire to the contacts. Close. Okay, let's move that stop in. She's quick. Put that pendulum extender on there. Right there. Okay. And I want to go just a little bit slower than that. I like to keep a nice, easy pace. About 18 words a minute is my personal sweet spot. Okay, let's gonna have to work on my keying a little bit. Just got to get used to this. But beautiful key, freshly cleaned. I think we should put it on the air. Let's see what 80 meters looks like. 80 meters. Let me get my tuner set up on this. I've got the FT710 fired up. I'm using a ZS6 BKW antenna. And are we close? Nope. There we go. All right, got to identify after tuning up there. WA1GGA. Oh, thanks for the 579 or 599. Danbury, Connecticut. Okay, very cool. bug is working. Fine business. Your bug is working. Fine business. Is that a J38 or 48? Winter field day. Cool. You know, I like winter field day quite a bit. Unlike the regular field day, I feel like people get the opportunity to slow down a little bit and actually enjoy radio. From the old school. Did I spell YouTube right? I don't think so. Got it that time. All right, good luck at Winter Field Day, Dave. all the best to you also. With the video. Have a great weekend. 7-3. All right, that means we are done here for tonight. Turn the gear back off so I'm not transmitting. Yeah, this key is ready to go. It came in pretty clean. Needed just a little TLC. What did we do? Major problem was the contacts needed a really, really good cleaning. Everything else was just cosmetic. A couple of adjustments to get it feeling the way I want. Threw a pendulum extender on there because, well, I'm just not that fast. And there you go. We had a nice QSO on 80 meters. So with that, I'll go ahead and cut the video off here. I hope that somebody out there enjoyed this. And definitely let me know what you think in the comments. If you'd like me to do a different kind of video in the future, I plan to open the rest of these mystery boxes sooner or later. And I like to put some of these on, online. It's cool to see old keys, 80, 90, 100-year-old keys, get made ready for a new life of service. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. I'll end it the same way that I always would. Good night, everyone, and